Hi, everybody. Steve here. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about the Democrats and DOGE. You know, all I've heard out of Obama, Biden, and Harris was we need to make the rich pay their fair share. We need to make the corporations pay their fair share. Never once heard anything about cutting waste. I take that back. Obama said something about cutting waste, but I don't think he ever did. As a matter of fact, Biden doubled down. He couldn't get tax increases for the rich, so he doubled down and he hired 85,000 new IRS agents to squeeze every last penny out of the taxpayers' money. The IRS has the right to look into my tax spending and tell me what I can and can't deduct on taxes. They've got the right to do that. They've had that right all my life. But now that we're looking into their spending, now we got a problem. Now that we're looking into their spending. We got Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren out in the street, crying out in the street, F Elon! Nobody effing elected Elon! But yet, during Biden's term, nobody effing elected George Soros. But George Soros was in all of our business, everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And then Biden gave him the Congressional Medal of Freedom? Are you kidding me? What the Dems did to us, we're doing to the Dems. Except we're much better at it. Guess what, Dems? What goes around comes around. Go Doge! And now we got Dems protesting in the street. They're mad. They're outraged at the guy who found the fraud and abuse. But you know what's missing? What's missing from their formula? I don't see any outrage at the man or the person who wasted their tax dollars. There's no outrage from the Dems about all this waste. 86% of the American public wanted Trump to stop the waste, fraud, and abuse. And he's doing that. And the Dems just don't get it. There's no outrage at the waste, fraud, and abuse. Or maybe it's because Elon Musk has taken money out of their pocket. That's why they're so outraged at him finding this waste, fraud, and abuse. He's taken money out of their pocket. Senator Sheldon Whitehead was just caught voting on bills that gave his wife and her Ocean Conservancy nonprofit millions of dollars. Her company got, $14.2 million in grants, and she got a $2.7 million consulting fee for finding the money for them. Now let's see. Am I willing to give up $2,000 or $3,000 out of my tax money to go for waste, fraud, and abuse. And in return, I can sign a bill that gives my wife $2.7 million. Oh, hell, I'll do that deal all day long. What about Stacey Abrams, the ex-governor of Georgia? She started a nonprofit climate control organization. Never had more than $100 in her bank account. 2 weeks after she endorsed Biden, she got a $2 billion with a B, $2 billion grant to her company. Can you say fraud? The U.S. Accounting Office, now this is not Trump. This is the U.S. Accounting Office, said that over the last 20 years, there's been 3 trillion with a T, trillion dollars of improper payments. There was $236 billion alone in 23. Now that's all before Trump. Can you imagine what we could have done with that kind of money? My God. And it just goes out the door. They found that Biden was paying Politico, a political newspaper rag in D.C., $8 million for favorable stories for the Democrats. $8 million. The new leader in the EPA, I can't remember his name, but he found out his group was paying $500,000 to Politico for 17 subscriptions. Now, a subscription is $200. So let's think. 17 times 200, that's $3,400. $3,400 is what it should have cost, but they were paying $500,000. What the hell happened to the other $496,000? Can you say bribe? This just gets worse by the day. Every time Elon turns over a new rock, another $1 billion falls out. If you like what I said, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Help me bring this channel forward. Thank you.